Let's talk about justice worship. Remember, to justify is to right a wrong. Justifying society means combating wrongs in society to make them right. Start with poverty. Amos accused the Israelites of taking advantage of the poor through taxes, Amos 5:11. And when they couldn't pay, they sold the poor as slaves, Amos 2:6. Amos prophesied in a time of political peace and prosperity, yet the rich sought to grow richer at a high cost to the poor. This is the opposite of what God commands. If a brother living among you becomes poor, you should not harden your heart or close your hand against your poor brother, but you should open your hand to him and give him what he needs for the day, whatever that is. Deuteronomy 15:7-8. Notice, Moses said to withhold from someone in need is an act against them. You think, well, it's not my fault if someone's poor. I didn't do that to them. But for Moses, justice is about righting the wrong, not trying to determine whose fault it is. This is a complicated subject. On the one hand, Moses was talking about caring for God's people, not everybody else in society. But there wasn't much distinction between society and God's kingdom in Moses' day, because to be nationally Israel was supposed to mean you were also religiously or spiritually Israel. But as you look at the greater passage and the context of the scriptures, it doesn't seem to matter if it's God's people, because the purpose is to compose society-wide prosperity, no matter who lives in that society. Even the Levites, when they didn't own land. When they came into a town, they ate at the tables of other people. Deuteronomy 14:29. As mentioned previously, there was also a court for the Gentiles in the Jewish temple. There's an expectation that people who were not Jewish, that were not God's people, would be present and part of society. So our work of worship, I think it is public, and it is to provide for the needs of others. As we dethink church, we're trying to return to the core definitions of what a church should look like in the public sphere. One of those things is to meet the needs of others. Of course, we do this as we're able, we do this as we're gifted, but we do it. Let's start a discussion below. What needs are there in our valley and in Palmdale? How can you personally be involved in meeting those needs? And how can the church organize a public work to meet those needs? Or maybe you have some sort of question you'd like to pose. Join the discussion below. Log in, answer the questions, and respond to other people. See what they have to say about it too.